Hello and welcome to the Daily Meal for Sunday, the 21st of July 2024. A bit of a weird story popped up today, an international story regarding Millwall, and I believe it started not from this, but there's a podcast in Korean called Ballman Chan, and it's behind a paywall, and they said on their thing, this player at this club, which we'll get into in a minute, is attracting interest from abroad, namely clubs in England, namely Millwall, right? And I think it was picked up by this page on Instagram called Guk Jib, Guktjib, and they basically cover Korean football, I believe, and Korean footballers abroad. Now, you may not know this, but just last week, I think a Korean footballer did move to Swansea. So this isn't beyond the realms of possibility, and there are other things that suggest it's not beyond the realms of possibility as well. So let's get into this. So they got the picture there. If you can read Korean, good luck. You can see that, although they do say rumour. It's just a rumour. There's nothing concrete, no hard stuff. It's just a rumour. What does it say? It says England's second division Millwall SC interested in signing John Book Hyundai's Song Min-Kyu exists. Overseas buyout. The buyout amount is approximately 2 billion won. Okay. So obviously I don't have an Instagram account. I'm not logged in, so I can only get the first couple of comments. But there's 3,748 likes, and I think there's something like 100 or so comments. So this is not Mickey Mouse stuff, although it may be. I don't know if that's good for Korean football websites. I don't know how that is. So we got Me Poa. I don't know what that means. We got Gassy. We got Go, I support you, please disappear from the K-League. Obviously, I think this is all. I think this is translated as well into English, so that's rather. I don't think that says like disappear. Like I think they're saying like go and move on and step it up another level. And we got someone here called James McEwen. So I don't know if he's Scottish or there is a picture there. He does look like a white man with a Korean wife. Not good enough for the Lions. Koreans shouldn't go to South London, to be fair. Okay. I don't know if you would call it South London, but New Malden in Kingston upon Thames is the Korean capital of England. Or Britain, should I say. It's the area that has the most densely populated Korean population in the UK. So New Malden I guess that would be KT postcode. So that is kind of South London. So that's not, although I think he's probably referencing the fact that obviously probably David Beckham of international Korean football is Son, and he's at Tottenham Hotspur. So I think he might be referencing that. So there you go. Now, so it says here 2 billion won. That sounds like a lot. What is that actually though? Well, it's only 1.1 million pounds. Only, it's more than I've got. Probably more than you've got too. I would guess, but 1.1 million pounds. Now, as I said the other day, as I've just said last week, Swansea signed a South Korean player, and there is a lot of Japanese coming over. Why are they coming over? As you can see there, the currencies have fallen. The won and the yen have fallen. I don't know about the Korean situation, but I know in Japan it's the economy's not doing too well. The yen has fallen quite a lot, especially against the dollar. What that means is you get exports because you make more money if you are in that country by selling your stuff outside the country than in it, because your currency is worth less. Other currencies are worth more. So if you can sell what you produce, as in this case a very good international footballer, if you can sell them abroad, you can make more money in your own currency. So that may be the situation that we're seeing here. The exodus of talent from Japan and South Korea to the European and other countries to make some more money than they would in their own countries, which is obviously, we would all love to do that. So let's have a look at this guy. This is from Wikipedia, Song Min-Kyu. He's 24 years old. He's only 25 in September. He's a winger and he's a forward. He's played for 2 clubs. Both of them have been in South Korea. And so he started off at Pohang Steelers. He's gone to Jeonbuk Hyundai Motors. Okay, and he's played 14 times and scored 1 goal for the South Korean national team. And that's important because that would mean he can easily get a work permit. He's a regular national player in a team that I would imagine they're quite high up, probably in the top 30, maybe more than. I haven't looked at the FIFA rankings in a fair old while, not since I used to look at copies of the World Soccer magazine. So here we go. These are his seasons. He's had 8 seasons in. Is it 8 or 7 in the K League? Now the K League is a league that runs in the same year. Unlike our season that goes from one year to another, their season goes from March to November. Okay, and you can see here. So these are we're going to look at another website in a minute about all this stuff. So you can see there. I'm just going to show you that. We're going to look at his stats in a minute now. Right. So before we get to his stats, though, like I said, we're going to get some background stuff. Jeonbuk, held by Daejeon, in a latest bid to get out of K-League cellar. Now this is interesting. So why would they be selling him? A 2-goal advantage. Oh, this is from the careertimes.co.kr, right? A 2-goal advantage evaporated in the second half, along with their hopes of getting out of the cellar. I think this has been translated. It may be in English. I think it has been translated. No, this is in English. Yeah, this was in English. Some pages have been translated, some are in English. So cellar means relegation zone. As Jeonbuk Hyundai Motors settle for a 2-2 draw against Daejeon and a Citizen in a battle between the 2 worst clubs in the top South Korean Football League over the weekend. So he's a South Korean international who's playing in the worst team, one of the worst teams in the league this season. But we'll get more in a minute. Jeonbuk built a 2-0 lead before the match was an hour old on goals by Song Min-Kyu, the player we're looking at, and Thiago Orobo. A lot of Brazilians, I think, play out that way for some reason. I guess it's better than being in Brazil. At Daejeon World Cup Stadium in the central city of Daejeon on Sunday. But then Chon Song-hoon responded for Daejeon with a penalty in the 67th minute, and Kim Jong-bun scored during added time to secure a hard-fought point for the home side. Jeonbuk entered this match in 12th place in the K-League with 16 points, 2 behind Daejeon, and remained at the bottom of the tables with 17 points after blowing the lead on Sunday. Jeonbuk, the most successful club in K-League history with 9 championships. Did you hear what I just said? So literally, to compare this would probably be like, well, I would say Man United, but Man United have been relegated quite recently. Arsenal have never been relegated. So this is like Arsenal being in a relegation zone. The guy went to this club thinking he's going to win all these titles, and now he's at the bottom of the league. He's scoring goals. It's a defensive shit. And he's facing relegation, so he's like, oh, get me out of here. But he's already playing at one of the most successful clubs in the K-League. So where's he going to go? He's got to leave. He's got to leave the country, isn't he? Like, you know what I mean? And they are still without a win after 7 matches under new head coach Kim Do-hwan. So the Joe Edwards of South Korea, his name is Kim Do-hwan. And they've only managed 3 draws and 4 losses since Kim took over at the end of May. At the end of each K-League's one season, the last place club will be directly relegated to the second tier, K-League 2, for the following campaign. And the K-League adopted the promotion relegation system in 2013, and Jeonbuk would be far the biggest club ever to suffer relegation. So you would think, well, why are we trying to sign this player from relegation, the team that's been facing relegation? Well, Zion Fleming was battling relegation at Fortuna Sittard, and he's done pretty good for us, so you can get diamonds in the rough. With 21 out of 38 matches in the books, Jeonbuk have the fewest wins in the Cable League 1 with 3 and have the worst goal difference at -13. They've conceded more goals than anyone with 38. By the way, I think this is from a week ago. I'm just showing it to show the situation that exists. It's been a stunning fall from grace for a club for whom finishing in 4th place last year was considered a major disappointment. They expected to win the league, they finished 4th. This year they face an uphill climb just to get out of the relegation zone. The 10th and 11th ranked clubs must survive promotion relegation playoffs against K-League 2 opponents to stay in the K-League 1 for 24-25, and Jeonbuk now trail 10th place Daegu FC by 4 points. So and then they talk to the coach, but you can see, so I'm just showing you that for the background. Do we have a date here? It's posted on the 8th of July, so this is from the 8th of July. So he's playing in a team and scoring goals for teams in the relegation zone. That is the equivalent of the Arsenal of Korean football. They've never been relegated. They won the most amount of titles in K-League history. Obviously, K-League is one of these new leagues. Now, as I mentioned, the season in Korea goes from March to November. Well, what does that mean for contracts? It's not the same as in Europe. It's not the same as in England. And we have this weird story that I found on onefootball.com. Now, OneFootball is a kind of website for football, but they also show games live for free. And some of the games that they show live for free are K-League games. So it's not beyond the realms of possibility that someone at Millwall, or maybe a scout in the UK who's trying to hook up a deal between Millwall and the K-League team, watches the games on this channel and is trying to snap up the talent in the K-League that he's seen by watching this website that's available in the UK, where you can watch the matches for free. Okay. Some news. K-League 1 players eligible for free agency in 2025, and this is from the 1st of July. So again, now this is a weird story because we have the K-League itself. So as if the EFL, they published a list on Monday the 1st of July of all the players who are going to be free agents at the end of the season. Almost as if they're saying, hey look, these players are free. Do you want to come and get them? Come and buy them. Look, we're desperate for money because our economy is not doing well. Yeah, it's a very weird thing to do. So of these, was it 349 players are on the list announcement. Of these, 348 players who were first registered in K-League after 2005 will acquire free agent status upon the expiration of their contracts on December the 31st of this year. Once they gain free agent status, they will be free to sign with any club. So obviously, I don't know if this player is in that situation. I don't know. Maybe he will be. I'm not sure. Obviously, because he's an international, you'd think he's in the prime of his life. He's 24, 25. You think they'd have him a longer contract. Maybe he's letting his contract run down because maybe he's not happy with the situation there. But paying $1 million for a player that's contract's going to run out in December and we can get him for free in January, that's probably a bit silly, but we'll see. Players who were first registered in K-League before 2004 will acquire free agent status at the end of their contracts if they have participated in more than 50% of their team's official matches during the contract period, according to the regulations at that time. Among the players in this announcement, Lee Chung-Young is the only one who's done that. So they have different rules because they changed the rules, but then they said, well, the players who were here before, these are the rules, so you have to stick by them. Players after that, you got new rules, which is weird, but That's how they do it. It's called grandfathering in. So like, the deal's a deal. You can't just change the deal. Some players have an extension options in their contracts. Many will sign new deals, but many may also leave for pastures new. Players set to acquire FA status can start negotiations. FA means free agent. So players set to acquire free agent status can start negotiations with both their current clubs and other clubs from July the 1st of the year their contract expires. So obviously, for us, we're in our season, because our season runs from August to June or May, and the contracts run to June. For them, it's July the 1st. So if this guy's being out of contract, that might be the thing why they're trying to, the John Book are trying to get some money for him, and they're trying to kick him out of the country, because his contract is going to run out in December the 31st, and from July the 1st, he can start talking to other clubs anyway on his own. So he's trying to line up to a deal that kicks in on January the 1st, and his clubs found out about it, and they said, well, let's just try and sell him now, before he can sort of deal out. So it's like a race to see who can do the deal first, because I'm sure he just wants, obviously, to move on to a better situation, and maybe to earn more money than he can earn in South Korea. However, if another club intends to start negotiations with a player who is set to acquire free agent status, they must first inform the player's current club in writing. So there you go. Now, again, if we're negotiating with him and we've had to tell them, hey, we're talking to your player, that's how it can get out. That's how the podcast maybe found out about it. If we sent them a letter saying we're negotiating with your player because his contract's running out, so, a due process, then that may be a way that has leaked out and got out that Millwall were interested in him. So it might not be a player that, obviously, if his contract is running out, we would be absolutely crazy to buy him for $1 million, just to get him in 5 months early. Like, just wait and get him in January, and give him the money as a signing on fee, or some of that money. But yeah, so this is the situation behind it. Like the geopolitical situation as well, like Japan and Korea, their economies are going down. I don't know if you ever wanted to go to Japan, this is a really good time to go to Japan. The sterling to yen is quite good. You get more bang for your buck. And a lot of people are doing that. If you're interested, and you go to YouTube, there's a channel called Abroad in Japan. You can get a lot of details from it there. But yeah. So let's have a look here. This is from kleague.com. This is him here, and this is his stats. I believe it's him. I'm not being funny. Like, the way they translate their names into English, it's kind of the same, but the spelling changes. Sometimes it's like Mikyu, and sometimes it's Mingyu, and it's kind of hard to see. But I think this is him because the birthday's the same, and it is similar number. And the situation was, Neil Harris has been mentioning in recent interviews about trying to get some creativity up front, and according to the videos on YouTube, this guy is very creative. So you can see he first started his season in 2018 for Pohang, played 2 games. Next season after, I had a full ring, 27 games, 2 goals, 3 assists. Season after, 27, 10 goals, 6 assists. After that, 16 games, 7 goals, 0 assists. And I think in that year he moved on, went to Jeonbuk, got 17 games, 3 goals, 3 assists. After that, 22 games, 3 goals, 3 assists. And in 23, 30 games, 7 goals, 3 assists. And the season that's currently going on, like I said, it goes from March to November, and we're into July now. Jeonbuk, 19 games, 4 goals and 6 assists. And that's in a team that's at the bottom of the table in a relegation threatened team. So there you go. Overall in the K League, he's had 160 professional games, which isn't a lot, so he should be fit as a fiddle. He's not going to be worn down. They don't play that many games. He's had 160 games in however many, 8 seasons, is it? 7 seasons? That's not a lot, so he should be fresh and fit. 36 goals and 24 assists. That's, so, you know. So if we go on to this is from whoscored.com. You can see here, so 5 of them have been substitute appearances, so that kind of makes it look better. 14 starts, 5 sub appearances, 4 goals, 3 yellow cards. These are the only stats we got from this. We got the latest matches, so the matches that he's played this season we can see. So these are the matches that he's played and the games that he scored. Had a little period in April where he played, was it 5 games in a row where he played not all 90 minutes, and then a few games around that as well. And then recently started to play fewer games, not fewer minutes. He's only had one game there. We scored. Where he's played 90 minutes. So I don't know what's going on there. Maybe like the new manager. When did they say the new manager came in? At the end of May. So the new manager's come in, and our man here has been playing less minutes. So maybe that's why he wants to leave as well, because maybe the new manager's a bit of a fucking dickhead. Seems kind of weird, but hey ho. So yeah, that is it. Let's get back and remind you. Jeonbuk Hwandai's Song Min-Kyu. Oh yeah, see here, look. See here. They spell it twice in 2 different ways. Song Min-Kyu and then Song Min-Kyu. So yeah, Song Min-Kyu. If you want to search it up on YouTube, Song Min-Kyu. Song Min-Kyu. Being linked with a move to Millwall. Interesting stuff. I wonder if they're gonna. I don't know if it's a bit of a jump in terms of the culture wise. Obviously, it would. The footballing situation is one thing, but I almost certainly guarantee off the field in terms of in the stands, we obviously got a load of tourists coming in now, Germans, Dutch, whatever. Guarantee you sign this guy, there will be Koreans in the crowd, no doubt. So there you go. And that will probably attract a lot of interest from Korea if we sign this guy. Like, he is an international player. Obviously, he's probably not as highly regarded as Song at Tottenham, but if he comes here, will attract a lot of interest and will no doubt sell tickets in the stands. But in terms of the integration, the language, the culture, that may be hard for him. So I wonder if we're going to get maybe sign another South Korean to accompany him, much like we did when we signed the 2 Russians. Maybe we're going to sign 2 Koreans, and hopefully it isn't as ominous as the 2 Russians that we signed, and we end up repeating history in that circumstance. So there you go. This is excited everyone. Now, one thing I've got to bring it up, that may obviously maybe interfere with the signing. You may remember that we were in trouble the game against Wolves, various chants of DVD and he's going to eat your Labrador or whatever they were saying. Being labelled as racist chanting is culturally insensitive chanting, let's be honest. But obviously, if he plays for Millwall, that's not, we don't do that to our own players. That's not what we do. That's just to wind up the opposition. So yeah, but hopefully he hasn't seen any of that stuff and he just joins anyway. But we'll have to wait and see. Now, moving on to this. The players have landed. The Lions land in Alicante. Millwall arrived at the training base in Spain on Sunday afternoon and wasted no time getting to work. In scorching hot conditions, the team ticked off day number 1 with a gym session and a bike ride before concluding a day on the pitch. take a look at the first gallery from Alicante today. So there you go, there's Jake Cooper there. And there's a whole host of players there. They're looking good, aren't they? The sun, it does really energise you. You feel it when you leave this rainy island and then experience a place with some sun. So there you go. Not any surprises there. Like, obviously these are all players we know, that I don't think we're going to see any unknown players. But obviously you can see the players. And have we gone back around? Yeah, we're back around. So there you go. And I'm sure we're going to see more stuff. Obviously we got a game on Tuesday, so we got Monday and then we got Tuesday. That's Tuesday night, and be able to watch them and see how they get on out there. Now, moving on to this. This is from Egglite Photos, EGLITE Photos from Smug Hub, Smug Mug. And you can go to these photos. It's a photo blog shop thing. You can go to it at egglitephotos.smugmug.com. And why am I showing you this? Because this is a Wealdstone, I think, supporter who goes to the games and takes pictures and makes them available if you would be interested in purchasing them or sharing them around. So we have pictures from the Wealdstone game. So again, we click on this, we can see some of the pictures, and we're going to roll through some of them. We're going to click here, we're going to start this one. So you see there in the centre the silver-haired fox, that's Fitzgerald, Scott Fitzgerald. I don't know what his title is, but he basically head of youth at Millwall. He's probably got a different title than that. Obviously this is a Wealdstone supporter, so he's focused on the Wealdstone players, but we can see some of the Millwall players. Obviously, if you can see there, the bottom right, it says buy photo. So if you wanted to buy this photo, you could buy it and get it as a print or something. If you're interested, maybe you're a relative of one of the Millwall players and you wanted to, because these are really good photos, to be honest. They do look really good. So there's Chin Ockley there, battling with Sam Ashford. And what we're going to see, so that's Henry Hearn. We're going to see some of the players who are on trial, and I didn't recognise any of them when I saw them. Maybe you do, and you can name them, and we'll find out if they're any good. So you can see here, we've got Henry Hearn front middle. We've got Chin Ockley on the right, and then the two other players I believe are trialist players. That is also, I believe, a trialist player. I think he's playing up front. That's Ollie Evans. And again, battling with Sam Ashford, just like Chin Ockley was. Yeah, I think that they just scored there. So that's a trialist there. Number 8 is a trialist. That's a trialist there. I think that's number 8. Yeah, that's Mansour there on the left. That one there is on trialist. Bangor Williams is in the middle behind him. That's Mansour again. And this is, I think, after the game, is it? Or maybe half time. That's a trialist, almost certainly. Yeah. Chin Ockley there. See, we're going through all these photos. There's quite a few photos. That's Baker. That's Press Wozni in goal. That's a trialist there behind him. That was the goal. If you're eagle-eyed, you can spot behind the goal there. That's Jeff Burnage, former at one time Millwall chairman for a short while when we were in trouble. I think that is Abdulaziz, but I think it is. But if it is, he's changed his haircut and he's got dreads because I didn't believe he had dreads before. But I think that is Abdulaziz. So he's a player that was on the squad already. He's not one of the trialists. That I believe is a trialist. He may be the one who scored the goal because obviously he came on as a sub. He hasn't been in previous pictures. That's a trialist almost certainly. Well, maybe, I don't know. He might be Oliver Whitby. Oliver Whitby did come on. I'd never seen him play before. And I think that's it. Is that it? That is it. What happened to the other photo there? There was another photo. Because I wanted to show you. Alright, okay, that's... Alright, where did that go? It's gone. Why has it gone? Did he get told to take it down? It's weird. Or is it... No, it's this one. The player there on the right is George Walker, the one celebrating. I think maybe he set up the goal. That's George Walker. He was at Mill under-21s last season, so he was one of the trialists for Wealdstone. So good luck to him. I hope he gets a club. It's not good seeing these players play and then they get released and they don't end up finding clubs. So I hope he gets a club. Seems he's doing well. Wealdstone, maybe it'll be Wealdstone, maybe it was someone else, but there you go. And on that note, thank you for watching and goodbye.